thought we would do a little slow flow workout. We're going to combine yoga and Pilates tonight. I train in both of those. I've been certified in yoga and Pilates both for 25 years. So I like to combo them together. I think they complement each other well. So that's going to be our workout tonight. Everybody start out with 3 springs today. All right. If you have colored springs, 2 reds and a yellow. If you've got a home unit like this, then let's just start out with 3. They're all the same color for a lot of the home units. So let's start out with that. Put your foot bar up, lay on your back. And again, this will be a nice, relaxing, slow flow, a little different than my other higher energy normal workouts that I usually do. We get a slow flow kick-ass tonight. So start with your feet in parallel, push straight back, drop one heel at a time. And let's just stretch out those calves. Let's pull the abs in nice and tight, drawing down through your rib cage. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. And then begin to breathe. And remember, I don't play any music in here. I expect you to find some nice music at your house that you like. Tonight would be something more mellow, right? Maybe a nice yoga blend. Let's go 3 more, 2 more, last one. Come all the way back in. Let's bring the heels wide on the foot bar and then make sure the toes are straight up and down and then just press all the way back and come all the way back in. All the way back and in. Remember, you are breathing. Make sure your reformer is set up properly for your height. Remember, these bad boys adjust according to how tall you are. So make sure you've got a good adjustment on the foot bar. Make sure your straps are all set up, all that good stuff. Let's go 1 more. Come back in. All right. Toes on the bar this time, high-heeled shoes. So put those stilettos on. Curl the hips all the way up to the sky. And then just slowly rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Right? Curl those hips back up. So what you want to feel is your upper back, your middle back, your low back, your glutes coming down. Last one. Curl it up. And then slowly roll back down. Good job. Drop those knees to the side just for a little tiny side stretch. And then drop your knees to the other side. All right. So let's go for a little bit of hip stretching today. So I want you to come all the way up. Let's change those springs to 2 springs. Again, if you're on colored springs, do a red and a yellow. And that means if you have a balanced body. Okay, remember, a lot of the commercial units have different colored springs in regards to a balanced body, which is the commercial units that I work on when I'm at the studios. The green is the heaviest, the red is next, and then blue, and then yellow is the lightest. All right, so come all the way up. Place your toes on the bar, looks like this. And then what I want you to think about is lifting that spine up nice and long. Okay, so what are we trying to do? We're trying to stretch the hip flexor here. Okay, so that's how we're getting that nice hip flexor stretch. And then I want you to just push back. Now, the idea is to push back with your spine nice and long. So let me show you what it would look like that you don't want to do. So you don't want to push back and initiate by rounding the back and doing something like that. So if you have a mirror nearby, that would be great, or some sort of reflection, so that you can push back with your spine nice and long. This way we get a stretch in the hip flexor, and we're also going to stretch that opposite hamstring. Right? So make sure your neck is in a nice neutral position. The bellies are still pulled in nice and tight. Go 3 more. 2 more. And the last one. All right, switch sides. Left leg forward, right leg back. So pop it on up here and then lengthen the spine. Make sure you're feeling that big stretch in that back leg and then push all the way back and come all the way in. So this should feel good. You want to push back so that you feel tension in that flexor and that hamstring. You don't ever want to go beyond that place of nice stretch. Always be careful on the reformer. We don't want you to get hurt. Let's get 3 more on this side. You got 2 more. And you got your last one. Okay. So drop down, press back to child's pose. You all know that from yoga. Child's pose, take a stretch. Arms are straight. Then come all the way up. What I want you to do is take your right hand on top of your left hand and then push back again. Switch sides. Left hand on top. All right, come all the way up. I want you to place your right leg in front, your left leg in back. It looks like this. Now, please modify if this does not work for your hips tonight, then of course, figure out a way that feels more comfortable for you. 2 springs, guys. Again, colored springs, do a red and a yellow. If you have all the same colors, just 2 springs will work. Place that right hand on the bar, and I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to reach it away from the bar. And then what I want you to do is reach it up and over. So a couple things to consider here. I want you to feel a stretch from here all the way to the glutes. Then come all the way up. Okay? Reaching away from the bar, then reach toward the bar, arms right over the head, and then come all the way up. All right? Up and over. Stretchy, stretchy. Now stop right here for a moment. See if you can get your elbow a little bit straighter and then push your shoulder blade away from your ear. Come all the way up. 2 more. Up and over. Abs are tight. I'll keep reminding you of that. Last one. Up and over. Now on this very last one, I want you to hold here. I want you to rotate. Place your hand on the foot bar. So now we have 2 hands on the bar. Drop your chest down toward the ground. Straighten out those elbows. Still drawing in through the abs. You're getting a nice, beautiful stretch through that side body here. And then we're going to just bend and extend those arms. Okay. Bend and extend. That's 2. Bend and extend. 3. Bend and extend. 4. Last one. Bend and extend. 5. Keep the elbows straight. Rotate, arms over the head, and then come all the way up. Beautiful. So switch sides. You'll have to see my back side on this one. Left leg in front, right leg in back. This way I get to watch the sunset too. All right. So reaching away from the bar, come up and over and stretch it out. Arms right over the head. The arm is right next to the ear. Reach away, reach up and over. Stretch it out. We've got 3 more. Up and over. Nice, beautiful stretch. Don't forget to breathe. We've got 2 more. And we've got that last one. Now don't forget, on that last one, we're going to hold it. We're going to rotate, place the hand on the bar, hold a stretch for a moment. Really enjoy that side body stretch. And then we're going to take 5 presses, pressing in and out. 1, pressing in and out. 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Keep the arms straight. Lift up that right hand, rotate, and come all the way up. Beautiful job. Flip it around toward the front of the reformer. Okay, so let's just do a little bit of core work, and then we'll go right back to stretching, and we'll finish you up for the night. So come onto the knees, hands on the bar. So what I want you to think about is your headrest right here. Now, I have sticky socks on, so If you have sticky socks on, great, you don't need them. If you don't, just make sure there's no lotion on your feet, okay? Because you don't want to slip on this thing. Same with your hands. So you're going to place your hands here. I'm going to have you push back to child's pose. I'm going to have you come up to all fours and press back to child's pose. So you know this from yoga. Child's pose to all fours. Then we're going to add on. Now remember, if anything we do in here is way too challenging, then of course, please feel free to skip the harder things. Last one. Come up to all fours. Now from all fours, push yourself all the way up to a plank. Bring your feet all the way together. Squeeze those glutes, and I want you to push the carriage back and pull the carriage in. All right? Abs are tight. Glutes are engaged. Push all the way back and come all the way in. We've got 3 more to go. Push back. All the way in. 2 more. Push back. All the way in. And last one. Push back. Come all the way in. Drop your knees down. Press back to that child's pose. And then come back to all fours. From all fours, I want to take your left leg back behind you. Flex your foot. Reach your right arm out for spinal balance. From here, I want you to push the carriage back and pull the carriage in. All right, so abs are nice and tight. Now, if this is too challenging, bring that other hand down and just lift up your leg. Pushing back, pulling in. We've got 2 more on this side. And last one. Place the leg down, place the hand down, press back to child's pose, and then come right back up, this time switching sides. Right leg back behind you, flex that foot. So that means the toes pointing down toward the ground. Left arm reaches out nice and long for your spinal balance. Align those hips. What does that mean? That means both hip bones are facing down toward the ground. Okay, lift up that leg a little bit higher, and then when you're ready, push all the way back, pull all the way in. And again, remember the modification, let me show you right here, would be to put both hands down. It would look like that. So this is a little bit easier. More challenging, of course. That arm is reaching nice and long. We've got 3 more. And 2 more. And your last one. All right, press back to child's pose 1 more time. And then come all the way up. Okay, here we go. Last exercise today. Yay, you're just about done. Come to the right side of your reformer. Place your right foot toward the front of the reformer, right next to your football here. Left leg back behind you. Okay, it's going to look like that. So that's what I want you to feel with this back leg straight. But what we're going to do is we're going to put right up onto your shoulder pads. Okay? So what I want you to do is release one of the springs. So now you're only going to have a single spring. Again, if you're on color springs, you're going to be on 1 red. If they're all solid, 1 spring only. So that's what it's going to look like, but I want you to put your foot right here where the shoulder pad is. Okay, now lift your leg off the machine. Okay, so my leg is nice and straight. I'm getting that hip flexor stretch. 1 more time. My hips are straight ahead and my front leg is bent. So from here, I want you to stand the front leg straight, come all the way down. So we're just lifting up, coming into a straight leg position, and we're coming all the way down. So lift up, come all the way down. We've got 3 more. Lift, straighten the leg, bend the leg, straighten. Remember this back leg staying straight the entire time. And the last one. All right. Beautiful. Remove that leg. Walk to the other side for your grand finale. Move my weights away. All right. Again, this time the left leg is right in front of the shoulder pad. My right leg is back here. Remember, the important part here is to straighten your back leg. So nothing's touching with that back leg on the machine. Front leg is bending, so I'm in a runner's lunge. And I'm going from the runner's lunge, and then I'm going to stand right back up. Runner's lunge. And stand up. Abs are tight. Lunge it. Straighten it. 3 more. Lunge. And straighten. Lunge. Straighten. Last one. Lunge it down, guys. Straighten it up. Remove the leg. Sit back down. You are all done. Have a beautiful evening, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.